Hey there, chart friends. Lamont here from JKS, checking in on the solar sector and what? Huh? Oh, the wind, the wind name, and that clean energy ETF. NEE, NEE. You'd think I'd know. I do have it in my IRA. Okay. So let's see here. What the heck is this? Oh, we were looking for that daily play. Okay, the hourly play, which I don't think it got down here, but we did get this play, right? All right, so with 10, we were looking for the potential of a daily lower high to be set, and although I do consider this a meaningful resistance level, right, because this was the last little lower high before bear sent it down for this backtest of this previous consolidation zone, to me this is kind of one leg though. Well, yeah, I see it more as one leg really. But whatever the case may be, we did find resistance there, okay? So today we are looking for the potential of this this daily higher low to have been set. And in order for us to be confident in that, we'll have to have seen the hourly trend change back to the bears during regular trading hours, which actually has yet to occur. So really, we have technically pulled back for a higher low at 113.32, but the bulls still need to break 117.09 to print in a higher low and a higher high and have us really confident that that daily higher low has been set. Although of course the range is quite large, so it's very likely that it's been set. But if the bulls can't change the hourly trend, then we won't expect any more follow through to come up and test this all-time high resistance of 123.66. Alrighty, let's see here. Whoops, I'm doing that whole crazy scrolling thing, aren't I? Alrighty, let's see. Let's kill this for now. I don't think we need this because this was really just set up looking for an hourly higher low, and we just didn't pull back enough for that. I believe it was we were like see what I was remember what I was saying. I don't think that this will be the high because it closed so strong that I wouldn't be surprised by a gap up, right? So that is what happened, and I bet you like this was based off the 382 to the golden. I'm pretty sure that would have been a 382 fill or just about Anyway, so if we were looking for that play, really just want to see 5-minute oversold conditions, and I do think that they were oversold. They were at the bottom of this candle. It should have kissed 30, I do believe, but whatever the case may be, we're just going to be mindful now of this hourly trend. We need the bulls to step in and defend this low or defend this low at least. So basically change the hourly trend bullish before losing 106.88. Oh, lucky number. Before in order to see some more daily bounce follow through. And let's see. So we're not really confident yet that this hourly higher low has been set here. So if we were to pull back more tomorrow, then I don't hate looking for a 5-minute oversold play. Yeah, for sure. Looking for a 5-minute oversold play, maybe something like that. So I know we'd be 5-minute oversold right at 113. I do zoom in and out a lot, eh? Yeah. Alright. I'm sorry, I just can't help laughing because I had a comment that zooming around too much and the chart was too busy and stuff like that. So just trying to take that feedback. Just trying to be considerate of that. And I do welcome it, so thank you. Just want to get better. Yeah, I think that's a very reasonable play here. Looking for a 5-minute oversold bounce play to potentially set an hourly higher low. I like this going into tomorrow. And if you got that trade with me down here, then this can potentially be an ad, right? So if you wanted to, theoretically, you could try to buy back all those shares across this huge range and stop out below here with the rest of your position that you kept on as a runner. And that's one way to get bigger on size. Anyway, but I think I prefer like this trade setup for somebody who has no position whatsoever. Very minimal risk, right? Less than 2% on the trade. All right. And honestly, that would be a bit of a red flag if the bears were able to break today's low. That would be a bit concerning. You wouldn't really expect a daily higher low so much, unless of course we go range bound, which I do think is possible. As long as we are holding this consolidation structure resistance as support, I do think it's possible that we just go sideways. I mean, of course it's possible, right? Anything's possible. All right, so JKS, I'm fairly confident this trade was set up last Wednesday, so hopefully some people got it with me. We were primarily looking for this trade down here off this channel support and trend line if we could get extension, but the hourly already got oversold into here, so this was really more of a bottom fishing play. You can see that there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a bunch of bottoms got put in here. Alrighty, so nice strong day for JKS, but we're going to be mindful that we're still range bound. So look at but JKS has had these huge, massive moves, but of course they led to fade. So 30%, 30%, 40%, 60%, they all faded once they found a top up here. So personally, if you're in this trade, that's why this profit target is set to be a lower high here, because there were just so many rejections here that I just wouldn't be surprised if it were to happen again. Okay, so if you've not taken profit, I definitely encourage you to do so, especially if we come up here and test the 72.38 level. I know we're being mindful of this potential monthly bull flag, but it's so much range within the flag that you don't really want to just keep accumulating here. Whenever we're in consolidation structures, I prefer to be more flippy. I don't really like to get to size in consolidation, because if I get to size in consolidation here, but then consolidation breaks bearish, then now I have this big position that's starting to go red, even if I took off partials and took some profit. It's still not ideal. Whereas if I've been in a core already, I already have a core, and I'm only looking to lower my cost basis and not necessarily get to size, I'm just kind of flipping out these positions, right? Then I can lower my cost basis, so I'm still improving the trade, but I'm not taking on more size. So there are different ways in which you can improve upon a trade, right? All right, so that being said, we're looking for a daily lower high, and anything under 69.62 would be one. But I wouldn't be surprised if this resistance didn't offer much, and instead bulls came up to test these highs, kind of like over here, right, where this just made a quick lower high. I mean it was a higher high, actually, a higher high compared to here, and then we just busted up again, right? So would not be surprised if we were to, I'm sorry, I should say it's like here how we lost this support here. I'll just draw it. It's kind of similar to how we had this higher low compared to that low, a lower high compared to that high, and then a lower low compared to that low, and then bounce right up to new highs, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that here, right? A very similar structure where we have this high, a higher low compared to that low, a lower high compared to that high, a lower low, and then bounce maybe to a new high and come test this area just like that, right? Same exact structure. See? Right? Or similar. Okay, so shorts can be looking to top fish, but just be mindful that we are staring at a potential monthly bull flag, so any shorts, be cautious and definitely use your stop losses. I personally don't love shorting these sectors right now, so just my opinion. I prefer to play because they're so bullish, on the larger time frames, that prefer to play them bullish. Okay, so for JKS, we're just looking for that potential daily lower high and that top fish up here for the hourly time frame. Similar, there has not been any hourly consolidation for a higher low, so really, while this is a very strong move, we're really not confident that that daily higher low has been set, and we're in a consolidation structure, so we're not even terribly confident in price action trend change, in trend changes in general sticking. So just something to carry forward, right, to in for your trading analysis or narrative, whatever. Yes. So tomorrow, if the bears, I should say, are able to break this every hourly candle with a higher low. I know there's a little bit of a break here, but it's really nothing significant. So if we do see some hourly consolidation tomorrow, personally, I would consider anything over 57.67 to be an hourly higher low. And if the bulls are able to take the trend back, or even never lose the trend, print higher lows and higher highs before losing 57.67 support, then we'll look for the potential of more daily bounce follow through, and bears can be top fishing that range up there. All right. Okay, so run is in the zone of interest for this trade. I am in this trade, and I was fortunate enough to be at the desk and took some profit on this initial bounce. I always suggest that you take some partial. And in this case, I actually only took half, just lowered my cost basis, right? So think about it. If you took this scale here and then you get this big bounce up and you scale out half, your cost basis, I should say, like let's say you scaled out and it wasn't even a very good scale out. Let's say you scaled out here, which is a very reasonable thing to do, the back test of that previous level, right? So now essentially you have lowered your cost basis, so that it's instead of being up here, it's really closer to like somewhere like here, right? So now if I look to scale tomorrow, this is actually a perfect example. So now tomorrow I'm still interested in this hourly oversold bounce play, right? Because the bounce hasn't gotten going yet. And so would I move my level here? I don't think so. I think I would just stick this second level is still fine in my opinion. And if anything, I would move my third fill if we get like a little bit of like a little dead cat bounce and the hourly RSI cools. I just want to make sure that my third fill is in hourly oversold conditions, all right, if this bounce can't get going. I will point out too that you're already starting to, well, not really. There's the potential for some divergence to set up. So price has made, oh, actually, yes, price has made a lower low compared to these lows here. However, the RSI still has the chance of holding and potentially printing a little bit of divergence, a clue for some potential underlying strength. So we're just watching this hourly oversold bounce play out still. We are looking for a potential daily higher low with anything over 63.52 being one. And we're just being mindful of this hourly trend change. If we see some hourly bounce tomorrow, then we will be looking for an hourly lower high with anything under 87.80 being one. And if the bears can defend this high of 87.80 and break to lower lows under 80.88, oh, look at that. Then we will continue to scout this daily higher low, with again anything over 63.52 being one. I would be surprised though to not see any bounce, like to get all the way down there without seeing any bounce. Of course, we had a little bit of stalling here, but I would just be surprised. And if you haven't closed this short yet, you know, from up here, or if you haven't at least taken some profit, please, you know, consider it. Okay, what's next? All right, so that FSLR trade also seeing some continuation, but now running into where all these tops have been put in, right? So there's a lot of overhead resistance. FSLR is just largely going sideways, right? It's just based. This get all weird again? This is the same chart yesterday that was all wonky. What is going on with this? Must be like a. Must have this chart open up somewhere else, like on a tablet or something. Okay, anyway, so it's kind of just going sideways, right? We had this sideways structure here, and now we have a sideways structure here. And if we just continue going sideways, I don't hate making plays off of this green rectangle into the channel support, looking for a potential median line test, though. A failure to get to the other side of the channel, though, which it hasn't done in a long time, is typically a sign of weakness. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Alrighty, so let's see. The hourly trend is bullish, hourly higher low and higher highs. However, now you could say that the trend has gone bearish with a little lower high and lower low. However, it did not see that much follow through for now. So we're just keeping our eyes peeled towards the hourly trend. And if the bears are able to step in tomorrow to defend this high of 105.38 and break to lower lows under 101.05, then we will look to bottom fish again, this sideways range. Okay, whenever we're range bound, that's all I care about, right? And because I'm a little bit apprehensive to short the sector, I would just look to take profits up here, right? If we were to come up here and test this zone near 106 and we entered down here at 97, I would look to take profits, rinse and repeat, just keep playing the range. And because I have a more bull bias, unless we can break out of this channel, then I would just be bottom fishing. I would be looking long and looking to chop it up at the center in between the range. You can see how it stalls, and then of course at the end of the range as well. Right, so maybe like a 40% off, 40% off, and leave a 20% runner with a stop under the low. Even if I get stopped out, you know, who cares? That's a position I won't even think about. Okay, looking at knee. So we were watching the potential of this wedge, this hourly wedge, and okay, so maybe it popped up. So perhaps it's a larger wedge than we anticipated, or maybe it was a throwover. I don't know. Either way, we did see higher highs with decent amount of follow through today. Oops, should have started on the daily time frame. So, oh, it's actually an all-time high break. All right, congratulations, knee bulls. We had this long consolidation structure over here to the left, a sideways structure, then another sideways structure here after a fierce rejection, and then we had to wait days and days and days and days and days and days, and we did get a nice trade down there, and we thought it wasn't gonna work out because it was so choppy and impulsive, but it finally did work out, and now we are in all-time high with this is the highest close ever, isn't it? It is the highest close ever. So that was the highest close ever today. Knee bulls are in very good shape, and if we were to come back down and backtest this channel, previous channel resistance as potential support, I would be very interested in looking for a play there. I would say if the bears are able to step in tomorrow and take the hourly trend, let's say they see this, let's say they see much more follow through to the downside here and then change the hourly trend, not like this though, and see more follow through, then we'll be looking for that daily higher low. But for right now, the hourly trend is very healthy, and we're just going to be looking for an hourly higher low with anything over 82.42 being one. And so I don't know if I would look for a continuation play here. I think I would just be patient and wait for the daily chart, wait for a daily higher low. Okay, so being mindful of key hourly support here, 82.42. Key resistance is 84.60. I'm sorry, 85.03, which is of course the all-time high resistance. And I'm going to mark this off right now because of course we had that rejection from around here on this day, but of course we also paused here, so this 81.13 level is very significant to me. And even if I look right now, if we were to get hourly oversold into that test, I do like it. You can see it got 2 back tests already, so I like that potential trade setting up. And then finally ICLN. ICLN did not get that break out of this channel. Well, let's start with the daily. With the daily chart, we are looking for this daily higher low. Anything over 27.39 will be one. We are primarily interested in maybe getting a fill above this gap. I would be totally comfortable scaling in throughout this consolidation structure over here. And oh, that's odd. Why is the daily chart popped up over it? Oh, that's so strange. Why on earth is that happening? All right. Well, whatever the case may be, that's no, I don't like this. It's bothering me quite a bit. What the heck? There we go. Man, what was that? All right. Alrighty then, so we are watching this hourly channel for structure, looking for that daily higher low. There was a play there for the first hourly oversold bounce, but now ideally we would come down here and like maybe get a little bear break with minimal follow through to keep this potential flaggy like pattern alive. And I guess it would look more like a flag on the weekly. Yes, the weekly chart has it look more like a flag. So we want to see the potential to confirm a weekly bull flag here. We want to see the daily trend change continue to see sorry, we want to see the daily trend continue to see bear breaks with very minimal follow through, which right now is definitely the case, right? Typically when you see a trend change like that, a lower high and a lower low as a bear, you want to see follow through, not a bounce that comes right back over that previous support. So after breaking this key low, now we've had just one close below that key low, right? Every other close, these 2 closes here are above that one. So bulls are showing up to play defense. And we'll just watch this hourly trend and this channel that's continually offering structure, right? So if we get a rejection down here, we'll look to make a play. Maybe we can be aggressive here and look for like a median line play off of that gap zone, which is here, into the channel support. So something like that maybe for ICLN. Okay, so scaling in hourly oversold conditions. Again, looking for that daily higher low. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not a daily higher low. It's a weekly higher low. Well, we've not even had enough downside on this trend change yet to anticipate the weekly higher low. So I guess we'll just be looking for a daily pivot display. Hourly oversold conditions, looking for a bear break on the daily time frame with very minimal follow through into the 21 EMA. Backtest though this gap and the channel. All right. That about covers it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all soon.